Hi everyone, I'm trying a different camera angle, so I'm hoping that everything's okay. It just means that I can sit down and still show things. So it's another one of what have I been like craft. I say what's on my craft desk, but it's not always on my craft desk, it's more like what I've been making. So really I should maybe change how I set it. So I've revamped this box, not drastically. All I did was put the trim on it that I showed in my very tiny haul video. So I've just gone all the way around the edge with that. I'm sorry there's some shine off it, but I've got to have the light on today. It's just wet, horrible grey and bleh, in Dorset. So and then I made like a fake bow with layering up the things, so like went shorter each time and then found a little wreath from my stash. Yeah, so I just jazzed that up a bit. I'm going to leave the top plain, and then I think her name's Poet Spice. I was telling her, commented on one of her videos and said I plan to jazz up her cover on a sort of Smashbook junkie journal-y thing, diary, because I do a mixture of things in it. I don't do like a dear diary and stuff like that. I've just realised my battery might be a bit low, so if I disappear I'm sorry, and then I'll have to do a part 2 or something. So I've just been jazzing up this little notebook. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't do like a dear diary thing. I'll write notes in it, I'll put stickers, so it's like a scrapbooking diary thing, but I just enjoy doing it. So for the cover, because this is what it looked like, hold on if I can open it up, it was like that, but I actually like how that shows on that side, so I'm going to leave that like that. But for the cover I just used some Stampin' Up paper from my stash. I'm not sure if it's even done anymore or what it was called. Everything I've glued, like even the box, was my hot glue gun, because I'm running low on some of my glues and I want to make sure everything's stuck on here well. Oops, that one's coming off a bit. I didn't use hot glue on those because I didn't fancy burning my fingers. So some flickers, coloured that with my Pro Marker, and it is marine, so I like my Pro Markers. I just like colouring in pens or anything crafty really. Some lacy trim which I just put round there and then tucked round the back, because the top of it was like a ripped, let me see if I got it, I can show you what it was like. So that's what it was. If I put my hand behind it you might be able to see a bit better. The edge was a bit rough, so I just folded that over the paper when I added that. Then I added some wild orchid flat back roses, and I really like these, so I'm hoping they still do them, because I need to get some more somewhere. One of their little dragonflies, and then this was off a thank you card a friend sent me, and then I just coloured her hair in with the Spectrum pencils, so that's all jazzed up. I've already made a little start inside. I just had this bit left over from some note paper, so I just cut that up, because like all crafters I don't get rid of anything. So that's my 2016, like I said, Smashbooky, scrapbooky, journally thingy book. I've also made a start on an altered art book. I don't do quite the art journaling. I just like to stick things I like in books and then write little notes or funny little things, anything like that. So it's just, rather than my dear diary one that I just showed, this is going to be my mixed media testing, probably a testing book. Test it on here before I use it on a proper project. So it's just my I use these a lot for when I just want to play, don't want to think about really how it's going to look, just play, enjoy, unwind. I use it quite a bit for when I need to de-stress, or if I'm feeling a bit low, I sort of go in one of those and just unwind, and it just takes the mind off things. Plus it's nice to get all messy. So for this, it's just it was the back of the packaging for my calendar next year, so I just folded it in half, well, roughly, because obviously I've had to add some washi down there, and then I've just used inside some inserts that came with the card kit, and I sort of got fed up with the card kit, but I thought these would be good for painting on and stuff, because the paper's really nice quality, as you might be able to hear. So I've just put those in, stitched down the side roughly, like 3 holes going in and out, and then I put the knot on the other side, so they're just fixed in there. And then what I plan to do with this bit here is any sort of fabrics, ribbon, anything with a bit of texture on, I'm going to cover, and then I plan to put gesso over it so it's then white, and then I'm hoping to save up to get some stamps, because I've just been selling some of my stamps because I've sort of gone off them, and I want to get into clear stamps rather than having to keep buying the ease mount. So yeah, I plan to, once that's covered with fabric and ribbon and stuff like that, scrap bits obviously, I'm going to paint over in gesso and then stamp on it and colour it in, so I have it like the doodling page. The front, I just used one of the tags that I made, oh crumbs, trying to think, quite a while ago for a competition, and I never used it on the gift I was planning to put it on, so I thought, oh, put it on the cover of this. So she was a stamp from Crafter's Companion. I no longer have it. It's the Toriad range, so I don't know if they still do it. Coloured in with pro markers. Don't think I had the pencils then, so I think that's all pro markers. Some glitter paper from Do Crafts, big pearls from Joanna Sheen, wild orchid flower, one of their dragonflies, and then some trims from my stash. And then down the side, to cover up where I sewed, I've used some lace trim and just folded that over, yet again hot glue gun. The back I'm probably going to leave plain, because otherwise then it'd be too bulky to store when I've finished. And so that's pretty much what I've been up to. I hope to be back soon. I've got my all-day EEG tests next week, so hopefully that'll give the doctor some results just to confirm what's going on with me. And I hope you all have a nice weekend. Bye.